Audio Jungle.
Clarendon man charged for cutting wife's throat, setting house ablaze. A husband from Frankfield, Clarendon has been charged with killing his wife and setting their home on fire. The 39-year-old chef, Anway Williams, of Kippits District, has been charged with murder and arson. The victim was 33-year-old Gideon Guthrie Williams. According to police, around 12:20 a.m. on Tuesday, April 8, the man got into a dispute with his wife and allegedly used a knife to cut her throat before setting the house on fire. Both of them were rescued from the blaze by residents. The police and fire department were alerted and the fire was extinguished. Cooling operations were conducted and the woman's body was later taken to the morgue pending a postmortem. Later that day, the husband turned himself into the police, where he was interviewed and gave a caution statement. He was later charged. He is scheduled to appear before the Clarendon Parish Court on Thursday, April 17. Red Ground St. Katherine residents protest lack of water. Scores of angry residents from Red Ground in Old Harbour St. Katherine took to the streets to protest what they describe as decade of neglect and ongoing water crisis that has plagued them for over 23 years. Karen Clark and chanting loudly, the demonstrators expressed deep frustration with their political representatives, who they say have failed to address their long-standing water issue. Residents claim that despite numerous complaints and pleas over the year, their calls have fallen on deaf ears. "We're tired of the empty promises. We're human beings and we deserve better," shouted one protester. According to residents, they are forced to purchase water on a monthly basis, costing them in excess of $20,000 just to meet their basic domestic needs. One resident visibly frustrated shared, "Trees have been grown in the infrastructure that serve as a catchment facility for many years. These have been neglected, and only special people get water in the area." The protest caused a brief disruption to traffic, but residents say this is just the beginning if authorities fail to act swiftly. They are calling for immediate intervention by both local and central government to restore proper infrastructure and ensure a consistent and equitable supply of water to the community. Efforts to get a response from the relevant authorities were unsuccessful at the time of publication. PNPYO President Senator Gabriel Morris calls for apology from government and resignation of 2 JLP members. President of the People's National Party Youth Organization Senator Gabriel Morris has called for an apology from the government, as well as the immediate resignation of 2 Jamaica Labour Party members. This follows confirmation from the Health Ministry that some water samples from system operation by the National Water Commission tested positive for E. coli. Senator Morris wants Beverly Prince, the JLP counsel for the Castle Park Division in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, and Government Senator Marlon Morgan to resign. This after both Morgan and Prince accused junior opposition spokesperson on health, Jess James Clark, of spreading false information when he raised concern about contamination water being supplied to some customers, especially in rural St. Andrew. The Health Ministry, while confirming E. coli in water samples, said there is no need for alarm nor a health advisory. In a statement, Senator Morris condemned the JLP administration for its dismissal of credible public health warning and also chastised it for downplaying the crisis. Senator Morris called for an independent inquiry into the NWC's delayed disclosures. She also raised questions about what she called the contradictory comment from the Health Ministry on the matter.
The People's National Party Youth Organization is condemning the government's reckless dismissal of credible public health warnings, and we're demanding the immediate resignation of JLP Councillor Beverly Prince of the Castle Park Division and a government Senator Marlon Morgan. This follows the NWC's confirmation of E. coli contamination in sections of Kingston and St. Andrews water supply, a crisis that the government initially downplayed and weaponized for political gain. Weeks earlier, it was Junior Shadow spokesperson on health and wellness, Jesse James Clark, who raised urgent concerns and called for the release of water quality data, warning of public health risk. Instead of taking the matter seriously, the government chose to ridicule and try to discredit Mr. Clark. On March 24, Senator Morgan branded Clark's call as false, reckless, and irresponsible. By April 1, Councillor Prince and the JLP's Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation caucus went further and demanded Clark's resignation and accused him of spreading misinformation. But the NWC's admission makes one thing clear. Clark was right, and the government was wrong. This wasn't just political deflection on the part of the government. It was a dangerous attempt to silence legitimate concerns and mislead the public in the face of a health emergency. Prince and Morgan must resign, and the JLP must apologize. In addition, we're asking for an independent inquiry into the NWC's delayed disclosures and any government interference in the release of public health information. We also need answers from the Ministry of Health. Why are residents being told the water is safe when E. coli was confirmed? The PNP stands for accountability. While Jesse James Clark was advocating for transparency and the health of Jamaicans, the government was more interested in a political spin. Jamaica deserves leadership that puts the people first.
PM Holness stresses that there has never been a better time to invest in Jamaica. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says there has never been a better time to invest in Jamaica than now. He made this statement at the opening of the Outsource to Jamaica 2025 conference in Montego Bay, St. James. The Prime Minister said Jamaica is ready to deliver excellence in global services, to host investments, and to provide world-class talent and advanced infrastructure. He told investors that Jamaica is open for business and partnership. He also committed to improving the global services sector through legislation, internet connection, and strong cybersecurity measures, among other things.
Jamaica is ready, and there has never been a better time to invest in Jamaica. We are ready to deliver excellence in global services. We are ready to host your investments. We are ready to provide world-class talent, advanced infrastructure, and you have a government that is responsive to your needs. But even more important, we are ready to lead, not just as a large player, but we want to lead as the most nimble player, the most dynamic, and the most committed to redefining what success looks like in the global services economy. So to our local operators, continue to build capacity, embrace innovation, and gain and aim for global standards. To our investors and partners, Jamaica is open for your business and open for partnership. We're making a commitment to ensuring that you have the technological support, the best internet, the best regulatory environment, and strong cybersecurity, which is a critical issue, particularly in the global services industry, a strong data protection regime, which will support the development of the industry, and indeed the strategic and ethical deployment of artificial intelligence within the industry.
KSAMC urges Carnival promoters to comply with requirements for permit. Mayor of Kingston Andrew Swibb has urged Carnival promoters to put the necessary measures in place or risk their permit applications not being approved. Speaking at the monthly meeting of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation KSAMC on Tuesday, the mayor noted that all watch party and soca party promoters must apply for amusement license by Friday, April 11. He advised that in order for it to be granted, necessary requirements including insurance and fire certificates, site layout, the health department, no objection letter from food to be served, and proper arrangement for waste disposal. Swibb told councillors at the KSAMC in partnership with the Carnival Secretariat have held 2 interagency meetings with Carnival in Jamaica stakeholders. He said discussions focus on the necessary approval for road marches and other events. The KSAMC received all band roads and all amusement license applications from Exodus, Yarmas, and Genex. These applications are currently under review by the City Engineer Officer, Disaster Management Unit, and the Revenue Team to ensure compliance, he noted. He added that the KSAMC Public Relations Unit along with its review team, have produced a flyer and video to guide promoters to watch parties. Jamaica's Carnival season, which is now in full swing, will culminate in late April with the annual Road March. To subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.